Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Who is the loose cannon on this planet? No, it's not the woodchuck. No, it's not the Iranians. No, it's not even Putin. Yes, it is Erdogan. Erdogan is the guy who you don't know what to expect. He can say something here and then he does this here. And then he does this here and he says this here and so on. What's certain about this leader of Turkey is that he says what he means and he means what he says. In this case, if you're familiar with what's going on in Syria and in Iraq, Turkey punishes and attacks terrorists in self-defense. Because Turkey determined that that terrorist attack that occurred in Istanbul a week ago, done by a woman who confessed that she's part of the Kurdish this and Kurdish that, what a coincidence, and just fell on Erdogan's lap, not a woman, the situation. And now they say, well, see, we told you. They were the terrorists. We designated them as terrorists. Look what they did. Now it's payback time. United States was like, shit. The Russians are, here we go again. The Syrians, oh my, he just woke up. And the Kurds are like, just Erdogan. This is what's happening. So Erdogan sent his fighter jets and bombers to hit targets, terrorist targets they are, according to the Turks, in Syria, sovereign country, and North Iraq, sovereign country. United States has a lot of military personnel in the sovereign country of Syria without having any mandate to be there. It's just there under the invitation of some democracy forces or tribes or Kurdish and all that. Not the government, the legitimate government, but they are over there and they are just helping some big company suck dry Syria of its oil from the northeastern part of Syria, where they have 90% of its oil. Just a coincidence. Now this is looting in the daylight. No United Nations condemnation, no votes, no resolutions, no blowjobs, nothing. All right. So what's happening now? Erdogan said, well, next stage will be tanks and military personnel. We're going to go and get them. We're going to smoke them out. Okay, smoke them out. That's what the Americans said about the Taliban. Remember that one from that movie? I can't remember. It was a Western. So smoke them out. Okay, smoke them out. So this is the next step. Russia, Syria, Iran met these Turks and say, hey, very concerning. What the hell are you going to do? Erdogan and his people said, you know what? We are in self-defense. As the Jewish state is always in a state of self-defense, so they can hit anyone they want because they are in a state of self-defense. Since what, 1948, right? Anyway, so here we have Turkey. The problem is where the Turks are hitting are the Kurds, supposedly. And where the Kurds are, there's the Americans. So now is a big problem that the Turks very likely will come face to face or will kill American servicemen in Syria. And Pentagon just woke up and say, what's going on here? Oh my God, they are at it again. And they're very concerned with Erdogan's actions of self-defense. So let's see what's going on here. This article comes from Reuters and is from November 23, 2022. Turkish airstrikes in Syria threatened safety of US personnel, Pentagon. Erdogan said that he will invade with tanks and army when it's convenient. That means when he feels like. Okay? Why? Because I can. That's Erdogan. All right, let's see. Turkish airstrikes in northern Syria threaten the safety of U.S. military personnel and the escalating situation jeopardizing years of progress, or whom progress, against Islamic State militants, the Pentagon said on Wednesday. You can ignore everything I said in this paragraph because that's bullshit, okay? That threatens the safety of U.S. military personnel. Why is it there? I thought we won against ISIS, didn't we? When actually it was the Russians who did the heavy lifting. You don't believe me? Well, okay. Just go back and get the names and get the timeline, and you find out who was who and who was defending al-Nusra and all those terrorists. And anyway, who started hitting those first? Who was supporting them? Who was taking oil from there? Who was taking the oil via Turkey, little route of Syria, from the ISIS? And not only, okay? So it's a lot. Anyway, so that's the first thing. Yeah, what the hell are you doing there? Oh, we're looting oil. Got it. I pay for the military, so the military makes sure that private companies take some other country's oil. Okay, thank you very much. Why don't we say it as it is? We just try to, I know, the progress. That's the progress? What's the progress? What's the goal? Destroy Syria? That's how we started, with democracy forces trying to get Assad to go like they did in Ukraine. They wanted to get him out and take over like they did in other countries. A little regime change. What kind of rainbow, how do you call those, revolutions? The public comments represent the strongest condemnation by the United States of NATO ally Turkey's air operation in recent days against a Kurdish militia in northern Syria to date. Yeah, that's a problem. They are both in NATO. What's going to happen? Brothers don't fight brothers. Don't do it, do they? I guess. And I'm quoting, recent airstrikes in Syria directly threaten the safety of US personnel who are working in Syria with local partners to defeat ISIS. When was the last time you heard? I made 2 videos when they were using, I don't know, they killed like 3 or 4 guys over there in Syria. But there in the past, I don't know, 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, I haven't heard anything about the United States killing anybody over there in Syria. So I didn't know even that happens over there. It's just a pretext to suck dry the oil. That's what it is. To defeat ISIS. I thought we already accomplished that under Trump's leadership, and maintain custody of more than 10,000 ISIS detainees. Oh, wow. So you have a little prison over there. Guantanamo is already full, so you can't bring them over there anymore. You made one on another country's territory. Is that how it works? Sovereign country, respect Ukraine's territorial integrity. Yes. But Syria, you, right? Yeah, I guess so. And more than 10,000 ISIS detainees, the Pentagon spokesman, Air Force Brigadier General Pat Ryder, said in a statement. He's just Pat Ryder. So, what are you doing with those detainees? Are you judging them? Are you, what, prosecuting them? What are you doing with them? Just keep them over there and make pictures with them like a zoo or something? He added that the United States recognizes Turkey's legitimate security concerns, but it did not recognize Russia's security concerns with NATO being at its border, correct? Correct. Why? Because you're the good guys. That's why. And the other ones must be the bad guys. That's how it goes in the movies. Remember, movies are always made for people below 13 years of age. That's how they are. Movies in the United States, Hollywood, makes movies targeting the population, the level, intellectual level, IQ of a 13-year-old child. They don't want to make it too complicated because they lose people watching it. They get lost. What happened over there? I don't know. It's a heavy movie, man. So they want to avoid that puzzling the public because it's too deep, making it like 14-year-old level. Oh my God, they're gonna lose 80% of the population probably. So that's why they make it at 13, so they gain the rest. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't understand the movies. What happened here, Jane? I don't know, Mike. Too complicated, this movie. Immediate de-escalation is necessary in order to maintain focus on the defeat ISIS mission and ensure the safety and security of blah 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 personnel on the ground committed to the defeat ISIS mission, Ryan added. How much shit you have to eat in order to be this Ryan? And say this bullshit, that you don't believe it, you know it's bullshit. You must think, and for good reason, that the 13-year-old level IQ of the population is just excuse me, where do I vote? Oh, okay, all right, okay. Can I vote by mail? Oh, you can do it for me? Thank you. This is the population. The United States has roughly 900 soldiers in Syria, mainly in the northeast of the country, who works with the Syrian Domestic Democratic Forces, SDF. I told you, they're Democracy and Freedom, which is led by Kurdish fighters from the YPG to fight against Islamic State remnants. My bad. President Erdogan said on Wednesday that Turkey air operations were only the beginning and it will launch a land operation when convenient. After an escalation in retaliatory strikes, Ankara launched air operation at the weekend in retaliation to Istanbul bomb attack a week earlier that killed 6 people, and which is blamed on the YPG. Nobody has claimed responsibility, and the PKK and YPG have denied involvement. Yeah, but the woman said, it was me, and I'm with those guys, the bad guys. They made me do it. It was in the middle of the night. I didn't see how many. Turkey has previously launched military incursions in Syria against the Kurdish YPG militia, regarding it as a wing of the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party PKK, which Turkey, United States and the European Union designate as a terrorist group. This is not the first time Turkey operations in northern Syria have threatened U.S. personnel. In 2019, American troops in the area came under artillery fire from Turkish positions as Turkey waged an offensive against U.S. allied Kurdish militia at the time. So there's not, this is a second time the offender comes back to check the crime scene. You know, that's what happens with criminals, especially the rape suspects or perpetrators. They come, I can't remember, 60% or 80% of these guys, sorry, these persons, they come to the scene where they committed the crime to peek around them. So that's the Turks again, but they wanna perpetrate again. They put their glasses and are ready to, their sunglasses, you know, the shades that you don't see through. They're just standing over there and looking. Who's the next victim? Anyway, man, accidents will happen. Some Americans will be blown up. The Pentagon will say, hey, what are you doing? Erdogan will say, I apologize. Okay, keep going. And that will be the end of it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.